something good enough to be the best cheap modeler out there. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. Today we're checking out the Smartbox by Sonicake. My back aches. My Sonic aches. Sonic the Hedgehog. So, what you heard in the beginning was the Sonicake Smartbox with a NAM capture neural amp model thing with an internal overdrive added. It was a Marshall type or a Marshall amp and a super overdrive type thing, SD1 type thing. And I'm going to go through some sounds and then I'm gonna compare the Marshall that I had in the beginning with the same Marshall in the Valeton GP-50, because I want to know which sounds better. And maybe you do too. Before we get to that, I'll read you some interesting facts from the intertubes. What Sonicake says about the Smartbox. White box digital modeling technology with third-party NAM and IR support. 5 user slots. This is where it's a bit, well, not as good as the Valeton because it has fewer user slots. Then again, how many do you need? Delivering more natural amp-like tone and deeper sound customization than the Pocket Master. 130 plus high-quality effects with 9 simultaneous effects blocks. Plus dedicated module select buttons for fast and more intuitive on-device control. Enhanced performance workflow, 100 presets, 100 drum rhythms, 20-second looper, tuner, metronome, independent headphone output, and fully flexible signal chain. And so on. Then they say that Smartbox redefines portable tone crafting with its proprietary white box digital modeling. Blah blah, yada yada. So let me open the app. There we have it. Sonic Link. You do need an app. Oh, let's put on screen recording because it's really interesting. Screen record, start recording, skip countdown, connect to the Smartbox Connect device. And the preset we have right now is called Flicker. You can toggle through the sounds on the app or you can toggle through them like this. You can control some things on the actual Smartbox. So you set and forget the app, which is brilliant because I don't like apps. I've found that the older I get, the less I like them. Let's see what drum sounds. Yeah, terrible sounding hi-hat. I assume you could get different types of drum. Yeah, it said you can. I don't care about the drum machine. So let's see what it sounds like. Flicker. Listen to that. It's like... makes me feel seasick. A Levana. Let's drop volume a bit because it's really loud. Still. Am I peaking? Next one, I'm just going to go through a few of these so you get the general idea. Pure clean. Yeah. What it says on the tin. Maybe I'll actually make a preset from scratch as well. Maybe I'll try a 7-string. Grunge. Didn't do the fill I wanted. Retro funk. There seem to be volume differences between the presets. Hard rock. Frost glass. Rust lemon. Ocean deep. Dotted riff. Back rooms. This actually reminds me of a story. I played with a bass player who played with a well-known Finnish singer, well-known in Finland, who was a bit cuckoo. I'll just not mention the guy's name. But this bass player, Heikki, told the story of they played with this guy and he was really angry because the sound backstage was poor. And he said, next gig we do, make the sound check for backstage, for the back room. And they were completely blown away. Why would you do that? You make the sound for the audience because they're the ones who are there listening. But he was adamant, so they did what he said because he was the boss and he was paying them. The world is full of nutcases. Max power. I'm going to change guitars. That's what goes on inside my head. In case anyone wants to hear how it sounds with a 7-string fuzz quake. Before I go on, I would like to say this video is very much sponsored by the good people who support this channel in various ways. Thank you to anyone who supports. One way you can support is that there's a link in the description where if you buy something that way, even just your strings or picks, you will support the channel at no extra cost to you. It is an affiliate link. So, yeah, I hope you check that out. A huge thank you to anyone who supports. Yeah, I'm tired of these presets. I think the presets sound really dodgy. They seem to be a showcase for Yeah, let's just put every effect on, most of these sounds. So let's, I'll just do remove boost, add drive, scream. No, yes, change amp, drive, Brit 50, okay, IR. Now you can load in IRs, and I have a couple. So actually let's go with the Brit first and then change the IR. Remove the EQ, remove the chorus, remove the reverb, and let's have a delay. See how this sounds. You need to turn it on. Yeah, that's good enough. Drop threshold on the noise gate. Save this and call it algorithm. Done. Okay. Yes, now it's saved. So this is with just a built-in cab. Let's fiddle with the amp a bit and the drive. Add more gain, add more volume, and a bit of tone, amp. Drop the bass, it's a bit dark. Add some treble and middle. It's a bit dark. Save it again. Now let's remove or add the IR. See how much that changes the whole thing. If you're wondering about my signal chain, going into the Smartbox, and from that into my mixer, into my DAW. No post-processing going on. It's still a bit dark. Let's try the other. And it's still a bit dark. Let's add some tone on the overdrive and a bit of presence, drop bass even more, and add even more treble. Blah 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 blah. Sounds a bit muddy. Let's see if there's anything else. Sweet Overdrive, Chili Clean, Neo Soul, UK Metal, Rockstage, UK Invasion, all sorts of stuff. Ambient. Let's see what that's like. I'm not too crazy about the effects. I mean, they kind of do their job. So, two sounds with a NAM capture. The first is a Bogner type thing. That's what that sounds like. It sounds quite nice. Let me swap guitars again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go try the Smartbox with the Marshall sound that you heard in the beginning, and then switch over to the Valeton GP-50 and see how they compare. There shouldn't be much of a difference between the actual sound without the overdrive, and I'll try it with the overdrive and without the overdrive. The overdrive is from the actual box. There will be a difference in the overdrives because they're not the same overdrives that they're modeling, I think, if I remember correctly. And the modeling will probably be different anyway. But let's just see. Might have to match volumes as well. Yeah, this is louder. Seems like there's at least a difference between the noise gates. Let's remove the drive. Ah, same overdrive, supposed to be. I think this was still a bit quieter. That's how you play that. do I think? Well, there's not a lot in it. I think the Valeton GP-50 costs around 110 euros or so. The Sonicake costs 94.99, so it's a bit cheaper. But it seems it's also sold out. I don't know, it might make a reappearance. You could get it secondhand. I mean, they sound pretty similar. Personally, I'd go for the GP-50 simply because I think it looks a bit sturdier. Whereas the GP-50 feels and looks really solid, the Smartbox looks and feels a bit plasticky. But there's not a lot in it. Is this the best? I don't think so. I prefer the Valeton GP-50. Alright, so while filming this, the camera died, and I thought I had more than I did, and I noticed while editing that, yeah, I didn't. So let's refilm this now. That's what I'm doing now. So I was saying I prefer the GP-50 because it's a bit more sturdy, and I like the presets more. That's just like personal preference. Very similar things. You can load the NAM captures, and the effects aren't brilliant, but they're really cheap units. They both lose to a quad cortex. They both lose to an MG50 Li, but price is a factor. So perfectly good for. I would be happy gigging with these, doing demos, and so on. You can't capture your own amps unless you do NAM captures. But yeah, the NAMs are free. You can get them at tone3000.com, I think it was. But they're a bit hit and miss, and they have nothing to do with the Smartbox or the Valeton GP-50. They're completely independent things, so it's not a slight on the Smartbox or the GP-50 for that matter. So yeah, very good alternative. I recommend you check one out, either this one or the Valeton. If you haven't seen my video on the Valeton GP-50, that's here. Other than that, I do hope you consider supporting the channel via the link in the description. Like I said, that's an affiliate link. Above all, I hope you had some use of this. Take care. See you. Goodbye. Be kind to each other.